Why is it difficult to stop thinking negative thoughts? If this is a question that you've been asking and this is something you've been struggling with, you might get your answer in this video. My name is Ike Chukwendo. I'm a musician and an author. And one of the things that I like to talk about besides music is how to develop your mind, how to use your mind to change your life, how to develop your learning skills, and how to control your thoughts. Now, among so many things that we struggle with in life, one of them is negative thoughts. So many people, including myself, battle with negative thoughts, negative thought that always comes into your mind that you've been trying to stop, but it still comes in. It still forces you to think it. You can't stop thinking about it. Whether it's your business, heartbreak, or whatever it is, but this is a negative thing that is troubling you and you want to get rid of it. And you've heard about how negative thoughts are bad, how you're not supposed to be thinking bad things, but you try and it's just not working. Maybe you've given up. Now, I'm going to share with you how that works. Now, before I get into that, I want to take some time to explain how the mind works. Every time we think a thought, we make a chemical. That chemical makes it into the body to cause us to feel exactly the same way we were thinking. And once we start to feel the same way we were thinking, our brain, which always checks in with our bodies, begins to pick up the signal of the feeling that we're feeling and goes to generate more thoughts that are in line with the way we're feeling, so that our bodies can continue to feel that way. Once we begin to generate those thoughts according to how we're feeling, our brain creates a chemical again that makes it to the body that causes us to also feel even more intense feeling than the way we were feeling before. Again, the brain checks in with the body and notices that it's now feeling intense feeling again and goes to generate more thoughts to keep the body feeling that way. And then on, the body creates this cycle of thinking and feeling and feeling and thinking and thinking and feeling. Each cycle increases for the next cycle. Each cycle becomes bigger than the previous cycle. That is how it goes on and on until we create what we might call a momentum of feeling and thinking. Now, it's very clear that as long as this cycle keeps going on, there is a continuous thought going on and there is a continuous feeling going on. In other words, you keep thinking the same thoughts and you keep feeling the same feelings. And you keep feeling the same feelings in your body, which generates the same thoughts or the same kinds of thoughts. Because thoughts are the language of the brain and feelings are the language of the body. And how you think and how you feel creates a state of being. So let's say that you think an empowering thought. You're going to start feeling empowered because your brain will begin to make chemicals that will begin to teach your body to feel exactly how you were feeling intellectually. You think thoughts, self-depreciating thoughts, self-limiting thoughts, you're going to feel insecure. You're going to feel frustration, feelings that are in line with exactly the way you're thinking. So if you think self-limiting thoughts and start to feel insecure and not good enough, I can't do it, things like that, then you're in a state of being called frustration or insecurity. Now, that state of being becomes your neurochemical signature as at that moment. So it makes sense that as long as you keep thinking those thoughts and feeling those feelings, you're locked in that cycle. Your brain is going to stay the same because the feelings that you're feeling in your body is not going to allow your brain to think about different thoughts. And as long as you're going to keep generating the same thoughts because of how your feeling is going to stay the same because you can't feel happy when you're thinking unhappy thoughts. Does that make sense? So this is exactly the reason why positive thinking or positive speaking does not really work. As long as you're thinking something different, your body is going to feel that way. You can't think thoughts like, I am healthy, while you're feeling sick in your body. No, your body is going to remind you that the pain is still there. That happens to us every time. There's a reason why it looks like some people say all this faith stuff don't work. It's not that it doesn't work. If your mind and your body is in opposite positions, nothing is going to work. No matter how you say, I am rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich up here, whether you're saying it in your mouth or you're thinking it in your brain, but you're feeling insecure because you just saw your mate who just bought a new car. You don't even have the money to feed yourself. As long as you're feeling insecure, your body is going to remind your brain that this feeling is because of the new house your neighbor is building. And that insecurity is going to lead to jealousy, which is going to make you become frustrated. Before you know it, you're feeling pretty bad at that moment. So now it makes sense that the feelings you're feeling in your body have now become the means of the thoughts that you're thinking in your brain. So feelings become the means of thinking. That means if you don't stop feeling the way you're feeling, you cannot stop thinking the thoughts that you're thinking. This is very vital to this question, because as long as you're feeling miserable, you're feeling sick, you're feeling unhappy, you're feeling jealousy in your body, you're feeling dissatisfied, you're feeling ungrateful, it is very difficult for any positive thought to stay in your brain. This is exactly the reason why we find it difficult to stop thinking negative thoughts. Most of us, we make the mistake of trying to stop thinking negative thoughts. That is not how it works, because try as much as you can. Your body is going to force your brain to remember thoughts that are in line with the way you're feeling. This is very vital. So do not try to stop thinking thoughts while you're still feeling negative feelings. Don't try to feel secure when you're thinking envious thoughts, because the reason why you're feeling insecure is because there is someone or something out there that is threatening your security. So if you keep feeling insecurity, you're going to keep thinking insecure thoughts. No matter how you say, I'm secure, nothing is going to happen to me, but you're feeling fear in your body, it is not going to work. So what do? Get rid of the negative feelings. Get rid of those emotions. Those toxic emotions that cause your brain to generate thoughts that keep you feeling the same way. When we learn to get rid of those feelings, then nothing is going to feed the thoughts. The reason why you keep thinking negative thoughts is because you keep feeling negative emotions. It is the emotions that keep drawing those thoughts to you. If you take away a magnet, for example, the metals around are not going to be drawn towards anything because there's nothing drawing them. So take your feelings and emotions as a magnet. Take the thoughts as the metals. Does that make sense? Take away the magnet, your emotions, and then the thoughts, all of a sudden they disappear. So work on your emotions. This is very key. Like I always tell people that the kinds of emotions that you are always feeling forms the basis of the kinds of emotions that you will always be feeling. So if you've practiced and mastered how to feel anger, jealousy, envy, frustration, all of these toxic emotions, and that is what you know how to feel easily, then it's going to be easy for you to feel them, because practice makes perfect. These are the things that is going to cause you to keep thinking those negative thoughts. So you have to turn the battleship around. Begin to work on the kinds of emotions you're feeling. Try to start feeling emotions like gratitude, joy, inspiration, courage, unlimited abundance, love, care. Some of these emotions. Lock into these emotions now, because your brain is always paying attention. Remember, your brain is going to begin to generate thoughts that are in line with these emotions. Now, this is easier said than done, because if you haven't been feeling these kinds of emotions, then it's going to be difficult for you. This is going to require that you really get committed to work on yourself. If this is something that you really want to achieve in your life, you want your thoughts to start being coherent, to start reflecting the kind of life that you want to live, then you have to start working on yourself. If it took you time to form those negative emotions, then you should be ready to be patient with yourself and commit yourself to a daily work on personal development for you to achieve what you want. So, daily practice feeling an elevated emotion. Gratitude, for example. Gratitude is a good one. Give yourself 15-20 minutes every day and start to feel gratitude. Within those 20 minutes, determine that you're going to feel the emotion of gratitude. Do it every day. Now, the studies have shown that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Some people say 30 days, some people say 60 days. Doesn't matter. How long it takes you to form a habit is not even the question. I know for one that once any act makes it into your subconscious mind, it sticks. So whether it takes you 7 days to get the information there, or it takes you 10 days, it takes you 21 days, it takes you 60 days, it doesn't matter. If this is something that you want to achieve, who cares how long it takes you? Not something that you're going to do for 2 days and 3 days and you expect results. Because again, it didn't take you 3 days or 4 days or 1 week to form the habit that you want to create now. It took you maybe a year, 2 years, or even more that it took you to feel these negative emotions before it became part of you. So it's going to take you a while. It doesn't have to take you as long as it took you to form it. Remember, it takes 21 days according to the studies. It doesn't have to even take you up to that if you're serious. But it doesn't matter how long it takes you. Work on yourself daily and say, within these 20 minutes, I'm not going to feel any negative emotion. I'm going to feel gratitude. I'm going to feel joy, whatever. Gratitude is a good place. It's a good emotion. Remember that the emotion is the magnet that draws the thoughts into your brain. As long as you feel those emotions and you really feel it, you cannot think negative thoughts. You cannot. I mean, what is going to keep them there? Nothing. And of course, it's going to affect your actions and behaviors, which your actions and behaviors are going to create different experiences for them in your life and also affect other people. Remember that your negative emotions and negative thoughts are not just affecting you, they are affecting people around you. Because an unhappy person is definitely going to make someone else unhappy. Simple. You will be disrespectful if you're unhappy. People will say things, you will misunderstand them because you're not happy. You're not seeing things clearly. Those chemicals can change the perception of the way we see things. As long as we feel unhappy, we're going to see everything from that same lens. And that's how it is. The same thing happens when we're happy. Some people do things that they intend for it to get to you. It doesn't get to you because you're not seeing things that way. You're seeing things from a higher level of consciousness. So try it out and let me know what you think in the comments below.